Travel to next at 5:06 a.m. Sharon Grove, 5:14 a.m. Spa. You can expect this storm to hit parts of Lewisburg around 5:18 a.m. If you live in parts of Haroldsville, that's going to be in your area around 5:25 a.m. And as we head closer to 5:30, the area of Quality will be impacted by the storm. So do not let your guard down. If you live in any of these areas that I just mentioned, that tornado warning still in effect until 5:15 a.m. Central Time. It looks like we just got an update on some of those warned storms. Yes, that will continue into parts of Todd County. So basically this tornado warning was just continued in actually still in parts of Justice, Elkton. If we take a closer look at parts of Sharon Grove, Claymore, Cedar Grove, Everett. If you live in any of these areas, you really need to be taking that shelter, as we are seeing evident rotation, which doesn't mean that there is 100% tornado on the ground, but it does mean that we have all of the elements in our atmosphere to create a tornado at this point. So you really do need to play it safe right now. If you know anyone that lives in this area, for anyone that is just now turning on that TV, if you know anyone that lives in parts of Todd County, please make that call. Make sure that they are awake. Again, this is one of the worst times to have these kinds of storms happen because a lot of people are going to be caught off guard by the storm. So this is a tornado warning, which means that we have all of the elements needed to create a tornado on the ground, and we are seeing very heavy rainfall as well. A lot of these thunderstorms are producing lots of rain. We are, or some of us are, under a flash flood warning, which we'll take a closer look at that in just a minute. But these storms are stretching along a large part of our region. I mean, it's stretching all the way from northern Kentucky into western Tennessee. So we're not talking about small storms right now. We are talking about a large, complex system that is stretching across our entire region, producing several thunderstorms, some of those already on the stronger side, some of those already severe warned, and a lot of those also producing very heavy rainfall and very strong winds. Even if you're not under that tornado warned area, we are seeing very strong winds for parts of our region as well. So if you can just delay that commute, if you live in Todd County, if you could just delay that morning commute until about 5:15 a.m. Central Time, please do so. Again, it's not safe to be in a mobile home right now. Please take shelter in the lowest level of your household, as we are still going to be under this tornado warning until 5:15 a.m. Central Time. So this is going to impact parts of Sharon Grove, Claymore, Justice, and even parts of Hickory Ridge School, Mineral Spring School, Antioch Baptist Church, Duncan Ridge School, once again, Cedar Grove, Allegra, and parts of Tabernacle as well. So stay weather aware, folks. We will continue to monitor these storms. A good way to stay aware is by downloading our WBKO First Alert weather app. That will produce those watches or warnings pertaining to your specific location. So you really need to have those weather alerts turned on. Turn your volume on high. Take that phone off of silent, because we are going to be, or a large part of our viewing area is going to be under a tornado watch until 11 a.m. Central Time. So we are going to be dealing with this for the next several hours as we continue to see these storms, basically for at least until midday. And then we are going to be cloudy afterwards. But yes, that tornado warning still into play until 5:15 a.m. Central Time. Even if you don't live in this area, call those who do live, and especially the elderly, especially those who may not wake up to some of these storms. Hopefully they have their volume turned on, but please give them a call. Let them know there is a tornado warning currently in place until 5:15 a.m. Central Time. So this is going to impact that part of our region, heading towards parts of Lewisburg as well. So this storm is traveling to the very north and east as we speak. And Shane, do we have any updates on some of those storm readings?
Yeah, I want to show you on velocity scope here. And by the way, for those of you that may be tuned in to watch AM Kentucky, that of course normally begins at 5 a.m. We are covering weather right now as we have the tornado warning effective for Todd County. We're going to stay on this, folks, until it has expired. Right now the expiration time is at 5:15. The area of concern is between Elkton and Allegheny. Allegheny is in northern Todd County. And while it's kind of hard to discern, it's not the strongest rotation. There is an area of bright green there against the red here north of Elkton, moving away from Highway 181 and moving right over Kentucky 106 as you head toward Justice as well as Everett. Those two communities are right on the Logan-Todd County line, and this storm is continuing to track off to the northeast pretty rapidly at about 50 miles an hour. So the strongest rotation is a few miles north of Elkton right now. It will be along Kentucky 106. I'm going to pull it out here and track it for you here.
What's the difference between this sofa and this sofa? Nothing, except it's 20 to 30% cheaper at FMO Furniture. They have in-stock furniture that's ready for you to take home today. Reclining furniture starting at $399 and up, and dining starting at $500. FMO also has the best in-store warranties in town. Financing options available as well as layaway. FMO located next to Meyer in Gary Farms Boulevard.
You'll save more when you walk through our door. FMO.
What's the difference between this sofa and this sofa? Nothing, except it's 20 to 30% cheaper at FMO Furniture. They have in-stock furniture that's ready for you to take home today. Sofas starting at just $450, bedrooms starting at $899. FMO also has the best in-store warranties in town. Financing options available as well as layaway. FMO located next to Meyer in Gary Farms Boulevard.
You'll save more when you walk through our door. FMO.
My daughter and I finally had that conversation
Oh, no, not about that.
about what comes next in life.
For her.
I may not be in perfect health, but I want to stay in my home, where my family visits often and where my memories are. I can do it with help from a prep cook, wardrobe assistant, and stylist. Someone to help me live right at home
Life's good.
when you have a plan.
Which takes you out of Elkton, northeastward toward Everett, and toward the Lewisburg community. There's a closer look. You've got Justice, you've got Everett, those two communities on the Todd County, Logan County line. Logan County on the right side of your screen. And then you've got Lewisburg, you've got Ensco up here. So rapid movement of this storm is going to take it very close to those communities. This possible tornado in east central Todd County. And here is the way it looks on Max Storm on the reflectivity. And you'll note that as we loop it here over the last hour or so, everything is moving to the northeast at 50. Rapid movement here. So need to be prepared here in northern Logan County. We're getting reports too of flash flooding over in Christian County. Several reports of that too, with emergency management reporting not only flash flooding in the area of William Lyle Road, but also other places throughout the county. A report of thunderstorm wind damage near the Hawkins community. That actually occurred at 3:30 this morning, so that would not be related to the storms moving through Todd County into Logan County right now. But we did have a more recent report of trees down near the Herndon community in Christian County. That happened at about 4:25 this morning. We're also getting reports here of flash flooding in the Greenville community. Dispatch reporting a few water rescues with water apparently in a few residences and numerous roadways closed throughout Muhlenberg County. So that's coming from emergency management, actually law enforcement in Muhlenberg County in Greenville, with dispatch reporting several water rescues, water coming into residences, and numerous roadways closed due to flooding throughout Muhlenberg County. Good news, the tornado warning for Todd County has or will be allowed to expire. It's still on the board right now. We'll show it to you graphically. It is still up technically until 5:15, but it looks like the Weather Service in Paducah is going to allow that to expire. Now, question is, what does the Weather Service office in Louisville decide to do with Logan County. We're standing by for what may or may not come down there. As we look at this one more time, we're going to go back to velocity scope to see what kind of rotation, if any, is still involved with this storm. We're going to first look out of the radar site near Nashville, and I'm still seeing an area of concern there. You see where that green notch is jutting out a little bit there along Kentucky 106. So you still got some inflow into this portion of the storm right here along Kentucky 106 and Kentucky 2376 between Justice and Lewisburg. So keeping a close eye on that. Again, question is it strong enough to prompt a tornado warning? Okay, we're going to get a severe thunderstorm warning. Not a tornado warning, but a severe thunderstorm warning. This will go for sections of Butler and Logan counties until 5:30, and that's for the portion of the storms which are now moving out of Todd County, and they're bowling out, by the way, heading into Logan County, and will also impact Butler County in the next little bit. So severe thunderstorm warnings in effect now for sections of Logan and also Butler counties, and that will go until the bottom of the hour, and I'll show that to you graphically. Again, Weather Service out of Louisville not going with a tornado warning, but there you go. For northern Logan County, part of Butler County, that's a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30. So that takes in Lewisburg, also takes in the Quality community of southern Butler County. Main threat here would be wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, possibly some hail. There's a tornado possible tag on that bulletin from the National Weather Service. And besides just Quality as well as Lewisburg, other communities involved here too, right, Raquel?
Yes, and once again, there is a tornado watch that remains in effect until 11 a.m. Central Time. So despite the fact that we're not seeing those continued tornado warnings, we are still keeping our guard up for the potential for those tornado warnings to be issued. But again, this is thankfully just a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Logan County in south central Kentucky and southwestern Butler County in south central Kentucky. So once again, that main threat will be those wind gusts. Again, for a warning to be issued when it comes to thunderstorms, we really have to see incredible velocities within these storms. And right now we're seeing radar reported 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So what that can do is cause damage to roofs, sidings, even trees, power lines. So this thunderstorm will remain mainly over rural areas of northern Logan and southwestern Butler counties, including those locations that are named Justice, Insco, Gordonsville, Dimple, Spa, Epleys, Wolf Lick, Everett, Crossroad, and Lost City. So once again, if you live in this area, please delay that morning commute because we are seeing not just those strong winds, but those heavy downpours as well. And when you combine the two, visibility will be incredibly low, especially for any vehicles that are driving out at least before the sunrise and at fast speeds, such as on those highways or those interstates as well. So for your protection, just move to an interior room, stay away from windows. There is the potential for hail as well, so that could also cause some damage, but we are seeing incredibly heavy rain over this part of our viewing area. Again, this is northern Logan County and southwestern Butler County. So if you live in these areas, that severe thunderstorm warning has been issued and will continue through at least 5:30 a.m. Central Time. So about 15 minutes or so more of this. And for those folks who are just now turning the TV on, much of our viewing area is still under a tornado watch. So that remains in effect until 11 a.m. Central Time for South Central Kentucky. So we are not quite in the clear yet, but right now we are in the clear from those tornado warnings, and it looks like we are looking for that rotation right now. This is inbound versus outbound winds. What that basically means is we're looking for some rotation within those winds across parts of our viewing area. And it looks like, thankfully, there is no evident or prominent rotation right now. But yes, that severe thunderstorm warning is of concern right now. Don't let your guards down just because it sounds like a thunderstorm and we see those quite often. It doesn't mean that we are not going to see any dangers or concerns with this. We are seeing very, very fast wind speeds. I mean, this was a storm that was tornado warned. So it could still be very, very powerful. So if you live in that part of our viewing area, again, this is northern Logan County and southwestern Butler County, that severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 5:30 a.m. Central Time. And again, don't let your guard down. Much of our viewing area is still under a tornado watch until 11 a.m. Central Time. What that means is that we do have the potential to see another warning at least until midday or so. So this is where that storm is going to be within the next couple of hours or so. 5:24 for Russellville, 5:44 for Rochester. You can expect this storm in parts of Morgantown.
What's the difference between this sofa and this sofa? Nothing, except it's 20 to 30% cheaper at FMO Furniture. They have in-stock furniture that's ready for you to take home today. Reclining furniture starting at $399 and up, and dining starting at $500. FMO also has the best in-store warranties in town. Financing options available as well as layaway. FMO located next to Meyer and Gary Farms Boulevard.
You'll save more when you walk through our door. FMO.
Slim's Holiday Catering makes it easy to be the holiday hero. Fresh, hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has the holidays covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Do you want to know what I've been binge watching? Udemy courses. They have thousands of courses that help me advance my career from anywhere, especially with this little one. I need to get in as much learning as I can. For both of us. Do you want to know what I've been binge watching? Udemy courses. They have thousands of courses that help me advance my career from anywhere, especially with this little one. I need to get in as much learning as I can. For both of us.
Udemy. No matter how you say it, it's a top online learning destination with thousands of courses.
Around the world, we're helping people achieve their goals.
I learned Python and became a software engineer.
Udemy can help you start a new career.
Or just learn something new.
Whatever you want to learn, discover the perfect course for your goal.
Udemy.
What have you always wanted to learn?
Slim's Holiday Catering makes it easy to be the holiday hero. Fresh hand-breaded tenders, perfectly fried wings, and all the southern sides made fresh for you. It's easy. Just order on the Slim's app or website and leave everything to us. You can get it delivered right to your door. Any party, any size. Slim's has the holidays covered. Download the Slim Chickens app to order and earn rewards.
Udemy.
No matter how you say it, it's the top online learning destination with thousands of courses.
Udemy can help you start a new career.
Or just learn something new.
What have you always wanted to learn?
Let's explore your future with Udemy. Programming websites, designing logos, presenting your ideas. Learn the skills you need from thousands of online courses. Udemy.
And we do actually have another tornado warning right now. So if we want to maybe get into the weather, if we can go ahead and pull up those weather graphics. We just got that tornado warning in just a few moments ago. Yes, I actually just saw this issued not even a few seconds ago. This is now impacting our own parts of Warren County. This is the very north and western tip of our area. So this tornado warning will impact all of those areas in that red there. So let me pull up this information as this was literally issued a few seconds ago. So we will continue to see this tornado warning in parts of Warren County, Logan County. So seek shelter immediately until at least 6 a.m. Central Time. We'll take a closer look at this tornado warning. Again, if you are in any part of Morgantown, Jetson, Sugar Grove, Greencastle, Richelieu, and Silver City, Haroldsville, we have a tornado warned storm currently in that area. So again, this will run through 6 a.m. Central Time, as we will see this storm continue. Again, this was radar indicated. We are seeing small hail throughout this storm. So please call anyone who is in or who lives in this shaded area, as once again, a lot of folks are either just now waking up or still in bed. You need to take shelter immediately in the lowest level of that household, preferably a basement, anything that is considered to be even a little bit underground, but stay away from windows as we we are seeing torrential rainfall. This severe thunderstorm is capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight line wind damage. So this is reported by the National Weather Service in Louisville, and these are being located along a line extending from 10 miles east of Dunmore to near Russellville, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So once again, this tornado warning still in effect and will continue to be in effect for at least around 30 more minutes or so, but we'll take a closer look at that radar as well. Again, very, very heavy rainfall, torrential rainfall, which could lead to flooding as well. These are repeated thunderstorms that are producing damaging winds right now, Shane, and we are seeing the flooding threat as well. So if you can, or if you live in a flood-prone area or in a low-lying area as well, you will really need to watch out for the potential for some flash flooding as well. Please turn around, don't drown. If you live in one of those roads or in one of those areas that are easily flooded, play it safe this morning. We are still expecting more rain and, of course, still very concerned with this area of rotation that we're seeing in our area right now. Again, this tornado warning still in effect.
Yeah, I'm watching a couple of areas of concern here. You notice how you've got one bow segment there. That's over northern Logan County. That's just moved through Russellville. It extends from near Dimple up in Butler County. That's bowing out toward the Auburn area. Auburn, get ready for some strong winds in your area. Chandler's Chapel, as well as Richelieu, get ready for gusty winds that could be on the order of 60 miles an hour. That's just the straight line wind effect. And then you've got the possibility of a tornado within that area. You could see a couple of areas there along that line in Logan County. Notches. You got one on the northern side of Logan County near the Butler County line. And you notice timing out the leading edge of the storms here. We're looking at Sugar Grove at 5:34 a.m. Bowling Green at 6:02. So we're looking about 35 minutes out. Estimated time of arrival for the strongest winds in Bowling Green. And then Brownsville 6:21. That's getting out farther in time. Evanston County, Rocky Hill at 6:38. And then eventually out into Hart County, Murfreesboro, 7:04. So given the fast movement here, northeast at 55 miles an hour, these storms are going to be affecting the Bowling Green area, at least the straight line wind portion anyway, by just after 6 o'clock, give or take a couple of minutes. So that's one aspect of this. The other aspect is the possible tornadoes here. So you've got rotation. We're going to look at velocity once again to determine inbound versus outbound wind. We are going to look at the Nashville radar site and a couple of areas concerned. One over northern Logan County right now that's heading toward Richelieu, as we mentioned. And that, along with the southern part of Logan County, an area to watch too for strong straight line winds where you see the green kind of lined up there against the red. But as far as rotation goes, mostly concerned about that area there in the northeastern part of Logan County. So you've got a situation here where you may have what we call a squall line tornado, and it could be a brief spin up. That's what we've been dealing with for the last several hours, where you get these brief tornadoes that are common with squall lines. And I say you get them because
this year, we're giving you a clean slate with fresh, better-for-you ingredients and an easier way to cook. Dinner time just got a whole lot better for you. So sit back and enjoy. Get 75% off your first box when you sign up at homechef.com.
because these cells are moving along to the east and northeast at 55 miles an hour, and their rotation centers are also moving that quickly too. So we've got to be aware what's going on and make sure that if you live in Morgantown or you live in Riverside, Jetson, Greencastle, that you're in a place of safety right now, be it the basement or your home's lowest level, away from outside walls and away from outside windows. Now here's a closer look at the rotation center that's on the north side of the tornado warned area. It would be between Silver City and Leetown. These two communities are southwest of Morgantown. Here's Youngtown up here. That is closer to Highway 70. Here's I-165, heavily traveled route, of course, that goes from Morgantown down toward Bowling Green. All this area under the tornado warning right now, down toward Hadley anyway. And then the second area of rotation that is of concern is getting close to Richelieu, very near Gasper right now, and that will be crossing over into the northwestern part of Warren County. So that's why you got such an extended area from north to south here in on this tornado warning, because you have not just one, but two areas of concern. The one on the northern end is just to the southwest of Morgantown. It's between there and the Dimple community. I'm closing in a little bit more here to see more roadways and highways. You've got Youngtown, you've got Leetown, you've got Dunbar, Leetown Road, and Highway 79 in that area there of rotation on the north side. Then down here to the south, you've got Richelieu, that's right at the Butler, Warren, Logan County line. Looks like we've got an update on our warning area itself. It's been shaved back just a little bit, but the tornado warning is still up for sections of south and southeastern Butler County, northwestern Warren County, and a small section now in northeastern Logan County. Still in on that warning, Raquel, until 6 a.m.
Yes, and this storm or this warning was issued around 5:22 a.m. So we've been dealing with this storm for at least 13 minutes or 11 minutes, excuse me. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing not just the threat for a tornado, but also extensive straight line wind damage. So we're not just dealing with the concern for that rotation, but also the concern for those strong winds. Now, it is not safe right now to head out for that morning commute if you live in that tornado warned area, as we are seeing very, very strong winds with this thunderstorm and, of course, this tornado warned storm. Again, for those folks that are just now turning the TV on, we are dealing with a tornado warning for parts of northeastern Logan County, Butler County, and northwestern Warren County. So please take shelter immediately, preferably on the lowest level of that household, preferably away from windows as well. It is not safe to be near windows or to be in a mobile home at this moment. And if you do happen to live in a mobile home, much of our viewing area is still under a tornado watch. So have a plan to know where to take shelter, especially as this tornado watch will continue through 11 a.m. Central Time. So none of us are in the clear quite yet, but those of us that are under a tornado warning really need to take shelter immediately. Again, this will go until 6 a.m. Central Time. Basically, we're seeing really heavy rainfall, torrential amounts of rainfall, strong winds. In fact, the National Weather Service has issued a tornado warning, but they also made a note that extensive straight line wind damage is also possible, and it's located along a line extending all the way from 10 miles east of Dunmore to near Russellville, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. So we are really seeing those heavy rainfall amounts, and we are really also seeing those really strong winds as well. Again, this includes parts of Sugar Grove, Greencastle, Richelieu, even Haroldville. It looks like Lewisburg is in the clear from that tornado warning, but we are still seeing very, very heavy rainfall across much of our viewing area. Again, this is stretching from northern Kentucky all the way into south and western Tennessee, into parts of Memphis, Tennessee as well. But we really need to take a note of that tornado warning that has been issued for parts of our viewing area since 5:22 a.m. Central Time. So again, this will at least run through 6 a.m. Central Time, as we are seeing evident rotation in multiple locations. So if you do live in this tornado warned area, which I'll pull that up once again, you really need to take shelter. And here's just a general overview. Those in that red shaded area, that's a tornado watch. So every single
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
I do want to report something that we mentioned earlier in the Greenville community. You were talking about flash flooding. Several reports there of water rescues in the Greenville community, water in a few residences, and numerous roadways closed throughout Muhlenberg County. Also, a report just came in from Todd County law enforcement there. Trees reported down along Kentucky 181 and Latham, and trees also down on D Road. That is in Todd County. That's just a few miles north of Elkton, and that is associated with the storm line that just came through Todd County about a half hour ago. That's when that damage was reported. That's the storm activity that's now moving through Butler and Logan counties. As you can see, the tornado warning trimmed back a little bit, but still in effect for parts of southeastern Butler County and the northwestern part of Warren County until 6 a.m. Logan County, you're no longer under the tornado warning, so you can get out of your safe zone there if you live in Logan County, but still need to be in your tornado safe space if you live in northwestern Warren County, including Greencastle, Riverside, up toward the Hadley area, and also in Butler County, places like Woodbury. If you live in Round Hill, Jetson, need to be in your basement or your home's lowest level right now as that warning continues for another 20 minutes there, that tornado warning for Butler and Warren counties. Now, there's a broader scope. You've got a classic squall line of thunderstorms here heading toward Bowling Green, and Bowling Green is likely to see some strong gusty winds followed by heavy rain within the next 20 to 30 minutes. We'll put a timer on it here momentarily, but what we're also concerned about are these spin-ups within the line, and you can almost tell just by looking at the line how you've got some area that's spinning there in Butler County that we're concerned about that's near the Green River, and then also getting down into Logan County and Todd County too, keeping an eye on an area there in southern Todd County that looks perhaps a little bit more suspect there on radar. That's just based on reflectivity. You go over to velocity, and of course that tells you more about what's going on inside the thunderstorm, how winds are behaving, how they're turning. Are they inbound versus outbound, tight together in a certain location? Now, it's going to be hard to discern here based on the latest radar imagery, but keeping an eye on one area there moving through northwestern Warren County. As we look at the latest info that just came down for the Weather Service in Louisville, mention of a severe squall line capable of producing both tornadoes and extensive straight-line wind damage. Located along a line extending from near Morgantown to 9 miles northwest of Memphis Junction, that's here in Warren County, moving to the northeast at 55 miles an hour. So earlier we were noting two distinct areas of rotation within the line. You had the one over Butler County, and still noting an area there of bright red against the dark between Morgantown and Jetson. So you've got that, and then farther to the south, you have another area here that would be close to Hadley right now as we get some new velocity scan data in near Hadley, heading toward Barron River, Greencastle. That's an area to watch, too, for a possible spin-up. Again, we don't know of anything on the ground right now, but those would be the two areas of concern. You got the one there between Morgantown and Jetson, some rotation still showing up there, and then farther to the south, some rotation just to the northwest of Bowling Green, close to Hadley, close to Greencastle, south of Riverside, and heading toward Highway 185 for the second time this morning. Another area of rotation. We're going to put this into motion, and as we do so, you can probably get a better idea of those two areas. There's that one that's between Morgantown and Jetson now. It's in eastern Butler County. The other area of concern with some rotation is between Hadley and Greencastle. If you live in any of those communities, you need to be in your tornado safe space if you've not already gotten there. Also in Evanston County, you're not under a warning right now, but this is quickly heading in your direction. Putting the motion back on it there, you can see those two areas of rotation, the one between Morgantown and Jetson. That's going to be heading towards Sunfish. That's in northwestern Evanston County, and then the other one between Hadley and Greencastle, that also could affect you in Evanston County. So if you live in Brownsville, certainly need to be paying attention to what's going on to your west right now. You've got a tornado warning just to your west in places like Brownsville, Sunfish, Kyrock, Sweden, Lindsayville. Also in Bowling Green, we got a tornado warning just to our northwest right now. It does not take in the city, but you can tell just by the reflectivity here, Raquel. Look at the smoothness here. We go from the light green to the yellow to the red within just a span of a couple of miles. That thing is packing some strong straight line wind, and that is heading toward Richardsville. It's also going to affect Bowling Green, especially the north side of the city, in the next little bit, but the storms themselves go down toward Auburn and kind of follow a 6880. I'll put a motion on this, and you can see how quickly they're moving to the northeast. These are booking it toward Bowling Green. So here in the city, we've only got about, I'd say, 15 more minutes at most before the strongest storms affect the area. We've got a new warning.
Yes, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued for parts of Todd County. So we're not just dealing with this tornado warning now, but we're also dealing with a severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued by the National Weather Service for southern Todd County here in south central Kentucky until 6:15 Central Time. There you see it, very heavy downpours, but the concern here is going to be those very, very strong winds. So it is confirmed by our radar that we are seeing 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So this severe thunderstorm has been located near Guthrie, or 8 miles northeast of Clarksville, moving at around 40 miles per hour. So you can expect damage not just from those strong winds. There's a potential for that damage due to winds. Again, there are 60 miles per hour in southern Todd County, but you can also prepare for that damage due to hail. So we are seeing that hail up to a quarter size. So damage could happen to vehicles, and wind damage could occur for those roofs, sidings, trees, power lines, tree limbs as well. So these areas that are included within this severe thunderstorm.
For over 25 years, Window World's provided quality products for homeowners around the country, including windows and doors. Every window we sell is custom made for optimal energy efficiency and superior durability. Plus, a vinyl finish means they'll never need painting. Just like our windows, entry doors from Window World are made to last, featuring a durable fiberglass construction that provides up to 4 times the insulation value of wood. When it comes time for new windows or doors, trust America's exterior remodeler. Trust Window World.
Damaging straight line winds for this area as well. Of course, this is our priority right now because tornadoes can be significantly more powerful than anything else, but we are going to see very heavy rainfall with this. So even if you're not seeing that rotation directly over your area, we will see torrential downpours. So if you live in the community within Woodbury, Riverside, Greencastle, Sugar Grove, again, this tornado warning until 6 a.m. Central Time.
Yeah, I'm looking here. This is our AAA Systems live weather cam right down Russellville Road over I-165. We are seeing some lightning flashes off to the west and northwest of Bowling Green, and expect that lightning to become a little bit more numerous here over the next 10 to 15 minutes. But also what to expect in the next 10 to 15 minutes will be the wind. That will pick up, especially near the top of the hour here in the northwest side of the city, followed by very heavy rainfall. We're already getting that in northwestern Warren County, and I suspect we're going to see that in just a few minutes, along with the gusty winds here arriving in Bowling Green. Looks like a few drops are hitting the camera lens already. There will be many, many more where that came from over the next 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on that. For now, I will go back to the Max Storm imagery as we are still dealing with a tornado warning northwest of Bowling Green. Don't want to lose sight of that. We don't know of anything on the ground right now, and that's been the case with all the tornado warnings we've had this morning, but you still need to take it seriously. Those of you northwest of Bowling Green in that warned area, and that is still up until the top of the hour at 6 a.m. So stopping the loop here momentarily. Again, there is the tornado warned area, and that is on the north side there of Warren County. Tornado watch is up for most of the viewing area, shaded in red until 11 a.m. So folks, this threat is going to go for several more hours here, where we have isolated tornado threat, damaging wind potential here to 60 miles an hour with some storms, especially those that bow out. We've got a bowing segment moving into Warren County right now. Some hail, although that's lesser of a concern, and the flood potential as well. We cannot forget about that. There are numerous counties under flash flood warnings, especially now north and west of Bowling Green along the Western Kentucky Parkway. Now, here is reflectivity mode, and you can see the heavy rain is now bearing down on the city of Bowling Green. Strong thunderstorms here. Not noting a whole lot of lightning at the moment. There could be some, but it's more about the wind and the heavy rainfall here, and still some rotation showing up. Noticing a little bit of a twist there on reflectivity in the northern part of Warren County near the Green River, and that's just coming off of reflectivity mode. We're going to go to velocity mode once again to look for inbound versus outbound wind, also straight line wind potential. It will show that as well, where we've got the strong straight line winds moving into areas of Warren County, closing in on Bowling Green. I'm going to go to the Nashville radar scope, and yeah, you see that line there where we go from the light red to the dark red. That's where strongest wind is located right now, from Greencastle, heading through Barren River, the community there, also crossing over the Barren River, getting ready to move to the west side of Bowling Green. These winds could be on the order of near 60 miles an hour, and they extend down toward US 6880 near places like Rockfield, Rich Pond. You're going to feel some gusty winds move through very soon. This is 31W right here, going down toward Woodburn, and then here is I-65, so this is going to cross through Warren County very quickly. Again, storms moving forward speed here at 55 miles an hour and fanning out. You notice straight line wind goes all the way down into Simpson County now. So strong winds with this whole bowing segment right through here, moving through Butler, Central Warren, into the northern part of Simpson County, moving to the northeast at 55 miles an hour. So strongest winds are going to arrive in Bowling Green within the next 10 minutes or so. And then getting into the 6 o'clock hour, places like Brownsville, Munfordville, closer to 7 a.m. And this could affect morning commutes, gang, so you might have to give yourself a little bit of extra time to get from point A to point B this morning, as we have numerous counties now under severe thunderstorm warnings because of what we're seeing here on radar, and that's that elongated bow segment here with this cluster of thunderstorms. Western Hart County, East Central Butler County, Southeastern Grayson County, Northeastern Warren County. We also have South Central Hardin County, Northwestern Barron County, and Edmonson County, all under severe thunderstorm warnings. And this will go until 6:30 a.m. Central or 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we have basically one long line of thunderstorms with the potential to produce wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, along with penny-size hail. But it's the wind threat that we're more concerned about here. Straight line winds is what we're talking about, and in a fairly big spread here of real estate across our area from north to south. So let me show you who all's in that warning. Again, numerous counties now under severe thunderstorm warnings, and that will take in parts of Warren County as well, as the wind is beginning to pick up outside. Rain is also beginning to pick up now on the west side of Bowling Green. We'll show you AAA Systems live webcam shortly, but there are the counties now under that new severe thunderstorm warning. Again, we still have the tornado warning in effect until the top of the hour for southeastern Butler County, northwestern Warren County, and now going east, you got the severe thunderstorm warning. That's until the bottom of the hour, 6:30, for sections of Grayson, Hardin, Hart, Northern Barron. Really all of Edmonson is in on this, and northeastern Warren County from about Bowling Green northward is in on that warning. That's a severe thunderstorm warning. The tornado warning for Butler and Northwest Warren, there's still about another 5 minutes on that one, so don't get out of your safe space yet if you live in, say, Jetson, Round Hill, or the northwestern part of Warren County. And I will go back here and check out velocity scope just to be certain about what we're seeing in those sections of Butler and Warren counties. But now you've got more of what looks to be, Raquel, a straight line wind event as we progress into the morning hours, closing in on Bowling Green and also closing in on Interstate 65.
Yes, and those can be considerably very, very dangerous in themselves, as they have the potential to create just as much damage. Again, we are talking about straight line damaging winds over a large area of space right now, including parts of Morgantown, now in parts of north and western Warren County. Again, this will go until 6 a.m. Central Time, so about 5 more minutes of this tornado warning that we are keeping a very close eye on. It is going to rain very heavily across these communities. So if you live in Jetson, all the way stretching into parts of Scherer, Greencastle, Sugar Grove, even the very eastern parts of Morgantown, we still advise you to stay in that weather safe spot. There's a look at that live weather camera as well. It is, you can hear it
raining hard now.
You can hear it on our WBKO studio ceiling. It is very, very rainy out there. And of course, those strong winds too. I mean, that morning commute is just going to be an absolute hassle for those who do have to travel this morning. Yeah,
look at the raindrops now blowing right into that camera lens. This is facing west-southwest down Russellville Road. Wind-driven rain, that's what we're dealing with now here in Bowling Green as the traffic increases as we move toward the 6 o'clock hour. More folks getting up and at 'em here early on a Tuesday morning. Take your time getting from point A to point B as we've got some strong winds, blinding downpours of rain now on the west side of Bowling Green. You can really see it coming down there. This is our AAA Systems live tower cam looking down Russellville Road as the heavy rain and gusty winds have arrived in the city of Bowling Green. And again, wind gusts in some areas could be on the order of 60 miles an hour, and that could be strong enough to down some trees and power lines. So we'll be on the watch for that. Not seeing much in the way of lightning right now. We've actually seen a downtick in the lightning count over the last hour or two, which would stand to reason because we are at what is typically regarded as the most stable time of the day. Of course, I say that, and there's a little lightning flash for you there, but we're not noting a whole lot of that, nor are we noting large hail. There could be hail on the order of, say, penny size, but it's more about strong gusty winds here that could be to 60 miles an hour and heavy down.
Udemy.
No matter how you say it, it's a top online learning destination with thousands of courses.
Udemy can help you start a new career.
Or just learn something new.
What have you always wanted to learn?
Let's explore your future with Udemy. Programming websites, designing logos, presenting your ideas. Learn the skills you need from thousands of online courses. Udemy.
Shaded in that yellow there, which I'll pull up here in just a minute. And we can really hear that rain coming down right now in our studio.
Yeah, coming down in buckets here on the west side of Bowling Green. And if anything, visibility is getting worse out there right now. I'm going to go back to our live AAA Systems webcam, load that back up, looking down Russellville Road. And yeah, it is blinding out there. Rain coming down hard. Visibility is poor. Got to take it easy, take your time if you must head out right now to get to work or another destination. Wind-driven rain here as we are looking on the west side of Bowling Green. And getting word from some folks up in Grayson County for the Clarkson Fire Chief, the 400 block of Jesse Skaggs Road in Grayson County is closed for the foreseeable future. The road washed out, apparently, by flooding rains there. So avoid that area. That would be in Grayson County. Again, that's Jesse Skaggs Road. A portion of that apparently impassable and washed out per reports we're getting there. So there are a number of other roadways in Grayson County, Muhlenberg County, reportedly underwater, Christian County as well. Do not try to travel through flooded roadways. This is the heaviest rain we've received so far this morning in Bowling Green. We've been avoiding it all night into the wee hours, but now we're getting it. And visibility is very poor here on the west side of the city with the wind and the rain combination. And as we continue to watch what's going on outside, we'll go back to our watches and warnings. Again, the tornado warning that was up for northwestern Warren County, Butler County, that's no longer there. So we don't have any active tornado warnings right now. That is good news. We do have an active severe thunderstorm warning, though, and that goes for Bowling Green, northern parts of Warren County, really all of Evanston County, southeastern Butler County in on that, and then panning our way over, you can see that it takes in a portion of Hardin, Hart, and Barron counties. That goes until 6:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Main threat being now wind gusts to 60 miles an hour. Not everybody will experience that, but some might, and if you do, there will be potential for down trees, down power lines. And we had a report of down trees earlier when these storms came through Todd County. That was roughly an hour or so ago. Any new reports coming in from the National Weather Service or Emergency Management?
No, those the last update that came was for the tornado warning expiring for our viewing area. So that is good news.
Yes.
So we can return to our regularly scheduled programming. I know we've been taking over a lot of AM Kentucky, but that's just a heads up for our folks upstairs and our anchors here currently. But again, severe thunderstorm warning still in effect. So winds will still be a threat. Of course, don't let your guard down. Much of us still under a tornado watch, Shane.
Yeah, that watch goes into effect until 11 a.m. We still have several more hours to go on this. Severe thunderstorm warning trimmed back a little bit, so it no longer takes in the city of Bowling Green, but portions of Warren, Evanston, Barron, Hart, Hardin, and Grayson counties in on that severe thunderstorm warning until the bottom of the hour at 6:30. As mentioned a few minutes ago, main threat here would be straight line winds to 60 miles an hour. Outside of that, numerous counties northwest of Bowling Green under flash flood warnings that go for another hour or two in some cases. So please be aware while traveling. Sun will be coming up here within the next hour or so, so it'll be easier to see obviously while traveling. But if you must head out, please use caution. If you come upon a flooded roadway, do not try to cross it. All right, right now we're going to go back to the news here on AM Kentucky.